A big day of group action at Flemington headquarters this Saturday, Warren.
Yeah, Makybe Diva Stakes Day, Simon, and it'll be a great day's racing. Weather conditions might play a part. We hope we don't get too much rain, but we did have some gallops on the course proper on Tuesday morning. It was in perfect condition for the gallops on Tuesday morning, probably just into the dead range, and horses could really run time and appreciated it. And looking at the Makybe Diva Stakes, there was a couple of gallops on the course proper Tuesday that I think could be key gallops leading into the weekend's racing. In particular, Danny O'Brien's horse Vigor, thought he worked really well. He's notoriously and historically a lazy track worker. He worked with Eriset, stablemate, on Tuesday morning. He was terrific. He worked really well. He worked under his own steam and he went to the line with plenty in reserve and ran time. And I think he's probably the leading contender in an open race leading into Saturday from Flemington trained horses. Mike Moraney's horse, Monaco Console, he's already won a couple of Group 1 races and he ran well in the Liston Stakes a few weeks ago, and Vigor comes out of that race too, and Vigor ran 4th in that race, Monaco Console ran 6th, and he's trained on really well too, Monaco Console, and he worked almost as well, I thought, as Vigor on Tuesday morning, and he loves some sting out of the ground, so any rain we get between now and then will really favour him. We go back to the Kavanagh horses, who are probably on a path to run in longer races, Shocking and Shamaline Warrior, but they worked together on Tuesday morning and it was really strong work. They'll both strip fitter for their first up runs that was also in the Liston, so thinking that's a key form line leading into the Makybe Diva Stakes. And although I think they're probably looking for further, with luck in running they could feature as well. But trying to rank them, I'd probably have Vigor slightly on top of Monaco Console and Shocking and Shamaline Warrior not too far behind them, looking at the Makybe Diva. Danehill Stakes is another key race on Saturday, which will be a lead up to a lot of feature 3-year-old races during the carnival. Interesting runners, Military Rosa, a filly down from Queensland, Gillian Heinrich. She's been here for a week and a bit now, and she's settled in really well. She's full of herself. She's definitely ready to have a race. She had a jump out last Friday and went quite well. She's got to carry a full penalty for her wins as a 2-year-old, so she might have, if she can win on Saturday, she's certainly got a great spring ahead of her. Depending on the track conditions, I'm leaning towards Star Witness from the Danny O'Brien stable. He's a lovely, big, strong colt, got a lot of starcraft about him. And he was good first up at Caulfield and was just run down by Turak Toff, who's gone on to win the Golden Rose since then. He's trained on well and he worked on the course proper on Tuesday morning, stood up a stablemate Blink a couple of lengths with 300 or 400 metres to go and just worked to the line beautifully, almost picked him up in a couple of strides. I'd be concerned if the track gets too wet for Star Witness, but if he gets dead to slow ground and not much worse on Saturday, if he's within a few lengths of Military Rose with a few hundred metres to go, he gobbles up the ground late and he's trained on really well. Star Witness would be the one I'd be thinking, given favourable track conditions, he'd be the hardest to beat in the Danehill on Saturday.
What about the Bobby Lewis, Warren?
Really tough race, the Bobby Lewis. Old Swick's there for another campaign. He loves straight racing. He's been in work for quite a while. Again, you don't see much from Swick on the track. He's a very lazy track worker, but the Bart Cummings magic, and we've already seen that with So You Think last week. Spring comes around, Bart's horses find their form. I think it's a really tough race. Down in the weights, if a horse called We're Gonna Rock can sneak into the field, I think he's a horse that's got a lot of potential. And down in the weights, if he gets a run in the race, he's one from the Mark Kavanagh stable. He'd be a lightweight with a really good chance. And if Swick won another group race during the spring down the straight, I wouldn't put it past Bart.
Your best from the track this week?
I'd say Vigor and Star Witness, but with a proviso on suitable track conditions.